Your brother?
It says it needs head cleaning. Before it says it needed head cleaning.
I know, she told me, I understand fully.
You would have felt bad.
Freezing.
Where's your fur? Put your fur around there. How's it up to you?
אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא לאברהם אבינו, יסלח לפניי והיה שמים.
Putting your one down.
זה הכיסא של עליונה וזכו לטייף. לשורשך כביסי עדינו סיבת, לשורשך עדינו מצג עסיסי. אליום מלך הבריס הנה שלך לפניך המועד, הימיני ושמחני סיבתי לשורשך עדינוי. סוס אנוכי עלים נוסך וכמו עצי שלום רב שלום רב לא אי ויססך מאים הנמשל. אשרי פיך ושקורי ישכן חצידך, לסבוב ושוב ביתך, כדאי שכלך. Have you been? Just the way you done. No pictures here, please. No videos.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם הקדוש מצוותיו וציוונו להכניסו בבריסו של אברהם אבינו.
Welcher is mechuber to the first brachas. Yaakov Meir, the last name. Yaakov Meir Cohen is mechuber to Sandik Ma'omer Damid al Abracha.
Yerachmiel Binyamin Yosef Cohen Yismacha b'yotzei chalotzo v'sagel imo b'fri b'no Kakotzu v'yismacha v'icha v'imecha v'sagel yolantecha v'nemar v'avar alaycha v'varech misposeses b'damoye v'omar loch b'damayech chayev v'omar loch b'damayech chayev v'nemar Zochar lo lamritza devar tzivol eleftor asher krasis Avraham l'shvos al Yitzchak v'yamideh al Yaakov l'chok l'Yisrael v'Salam v'nemar v'yamol Avraham es Yitzchak b'no ben Shmonas Yamim kasher tzivol so Elohim
Hodur Adonai ki toiv kiri olam chasdoi Hodur Adonai ki toiv kiri olam chasdoi
Hodur Adonai ki tov ki l'olam chasto Hodur Adonai ki tov ki l'olam chasto Yerachmiel Binyamin ben Eliezer Yosef HaKohen Zakaton Gadol Yihiyeh Shenichnas LaBris Keini Kanes L'Soro L'Chupa L'Masim Tovim
Misha ben Chametzena from Tzvi Yaakov who Yevorach Has Yelad Rachanimal Yerachmiel Binyamin ben Rabbi Eliezer Yosef HaKohen V'Shechloy Refu Shleim V'Shemayim V'Gadol L'Torah L'Chupa L'Masim Tovim V'Nema Amen Mazel Tov Aleinu L'Shabeach Who's the father? Yes, of course. Just can't be bent.
Zelaya.
Binyamin. No Cohen? No Cohen.
Shemini to help. How do you zoom this?
I went inside.
Smile.
Fantastic. Yes, shall we take this downstairs?
The building is deceptively large on the outside.
And you watch it pull right into it. That's it. Here, take one.
Smile. Say hi. Hi.
Hi.
See? She drum.
What?
She drum.
Yeah.
Test her old vocabulary. This is child's prodigy. She's over future. She's checking out.
I don't think that's helpful.
I don't even bother with dinner. You have an open lunch?
They said at the house that they had.
Were they on the phone?
Say Leia.
Look over there. Look at guess what she's eating?
Oh my gosh, mazel tov!
The one you took me in? And he says, they're learning like how to fly.
Like I remember two kids looking at that.
It's easier for my
speaker today. It's Abba. Alila Taba. I just wanted to thank all of you for coming. Abba and I in general, weekday brisim are not the most convenient, and certainly not Thursday morning Hanukkah Rosh Chodesh davening. So thank you all for coming. I'm sorry for those who got tickets or who may be getting tickets now as we speak. Yeah. I think this year for Hanukkah, I know for me that when I lived, actually the first 2 days I was without Abba and Sarah Leah. I was in the hospital, and it really had a different feel when I was saying Shas Anisim and Shechianu. I know that after Abba and I were just toward the end of my pregnancy, I'm sure with Binyamin, I guess we're calling him Binyamin, his medical issues, and he was in the NICU right after birth, and I was there for a few days after. It was really just such a humbling experience being in the NICU with, thank God, full-term baby, born, everything really not complicated there for observation, and we just really feel lucky that, Shas Anisim Lanu, that we really have, thank God, a healthy baby, and he was able to have the bris on time. For Abba and us, it's definitely a bittersweet occasion. We're thrilled that all of the friends, family and friends, and certainly close friends of my dad and mom could be here. But we're obviously both of us sad and feeling that both of our fathers are, here. I was going to speak in a little bit more than that. I just was thinking about it last night that although Ab and I have had a bit of a saga to our courtship, that has extended many years, the actress, so they say, I don't know what we're talking about, but that's what we heard. But the actual time that Abba and my father got to develop that son-in-law-father relationship was really only a short time, and it was right after my father was diagnosed, right after our wedding, and it was, many ups, many downs, unfortunately. But I really saw that my father, in just that short time, really grew to love Abba as one of his own, and as Elaine and all of us joke in the family, the in-laws are always treated better than the actual blood-born children. So it was really nice to see that, and the feeling of love and admiration and respect was mutual for Abba. They would sit in the house just schmoozing in the den or in the kitchen. They both had shared a love of late-nighters. I would be asleep and I would just hear them in the kitchen just chatting about anything and everything. When my father was in such pain as he was sick, they would just schmooze. As Abba would say, our family would make a good client for him. Abba and I often say how much my father would have loved seeing Sarah Leah grow up, which also obviously the same now for Binyamin. And I imagine also his father would feel the same way, being able to see the grandchildren. After just, we really have Hakarat Tov to Hashem for all the goodness that we've really been blessed with so far. I want to just thank Abba for being such a devoted son-in-law for just that short time to my father, and for being such a support for all of us, my family, and all of us through the difficult times, and for all the friendship and the love and support that he continues to give, especially through these past 10 months.
Is that okay?
In addition, Binyamin is a lucky guy because Abba is really a super dad as well. I only hope that Abba's father and my father, who are, I guess, getting to know each other and schmoozing, as I hear Abba's father was also a schmoozer, are smiling at their new grandson. And hopefully we'll be able to raise them in a good way, Bezrat Hashem, that will make them proud. And that Binyamin should just live up to his namesake, although it'll be quite difficult, as well as his genetic makeup. And Amei Besem Shana. Thank you all, and our future speakers.
Thank you everyone for coming. Don't be afraid of all the pages, I write big. First of all, I'd like to thank my wonderful wife, Zahava. She's the only expectant mother I know of who, when she starts going into labor, she starts to prepare food for her husband to eat while he's in the hospital, waiting for her to deliver. So I have to say, I never ate so well as I did while I was waiting for our two kids to come. Both Zahava and I would like to thank my mother, who went above and beyond, helping out both before, during, and after the arrival of Yerachmiel Binyamin, helping with Sarah Leah, to organizing the Bris, and for just always being there. She's been a tremendous source of support, and we owe her a huge debt of gratitude. We'd also like to thank Zahava's mother, Ma, who flew in from Israel to be with us for our simcha, and for working with my mother on arranging the bris. And Ma, don't worry, one day you will find a present that Sarah actually likes. I'd like to thank my sister Deborah for flying in from Atlanta for the day. We're so happy that you could be here to celebrate with us. And while we're talking about those who came from far away, I'd also like to thank my brother and brother-in-law and their families who came all the way from Yerachmiel, Long Island to celebrate with us. And I'd like to give a special thanks to my brother and sister-in-law, Naomi and Akiva, who single-handedly prepared and made the Shalom Zachar this past Shabbos possible, last minute. In last week's parsha, Vayeshev, the Torah recounts the story of Mechiras Yosef, where the Shvatim conspired together to sell their brother Yosef. The only Shevet who was not present was Binyamin. Chazal tells, in fact, that Binyamin was actually one of the few people in the history of the world that never sinned. The Gemara tells us that the only reason he died was because of the general decree that every human being must die at some point. That was decreed from the time of Adam Arishon after the original fate. In this sense, Binyamin represents a sense of undefiled purity and pristineness. We also know that Binyamin was the only one of the Shvatim who was born in Eretz Yisrael. In Parshas Vayigash, when Binyamin and Yosef finally reunited, the pasuk tells us, "Vayipol al sabarei Binyamin achiv vayech." That Yosef fell on the necks of Binyamin and wept. Chazal see an allusion here to the fact that the two Batei Migdash that were destined to stand in the chelek of Binyamin would be ultimately destroyed. According to the Targum Onkelos, both brachas, the bracha of Yaakov in Parshas Vayechi and the bracha of Moshe and the Zosa bracha, the brachas of Binyamin, in fact, speak just about that. The fact that the Beis Hamikdash, the Aron specifically, and the Mizbeach, where the Karbanos are sacrificed, those all stood within the chelek of Binyamin. Perhaps it follows from the this along the lines of the sense of Binyamin's purity and wholeness, that the Gemara tells us that Binyamin was actually disturbed by the fact that a small portion of land jutted out from the Shevet of Yehuda, from his portion, and went underneath the southeastern corner of the Mizbeach. In the pasuk that says "Chofef alav kol hayom," it says that Binyamin, it unsettled him. He didn't have that sense of wholeness, that the Mizbeach was completely within his chelek. On the other hand, opposed to this sense of wholeness and purity and pristineness, we have the other Shevet of Yehuda, in whose chelek the remainder of the Beis Hamikdash was built. That's the part where the Azars, where the people gathered, the Lishkas Hagazis, where the Sanhedrin sat. These were all within the chelek of Yehuda. Yehuda's essence did not originate in purity, rather in the real and the imperfection of the mundane. As we know, Malchus, Beis David, and Shevet Yehuda in general go all the way back, or trace back to Ruth HaMoaviyah, right, and Lot, and all these questions surrounding the lineage of David himself. The story of Yehuda is fraught with less than ideal circumstances, but it is just within this ability to deal with the less than ideal that Malchus sprang forth from. My father-in-law, Yerachmiel Binyamin, alav shalom, who our son is named after, encompassed these two ideals. That of Binyamin, that sense of purity and connectedness and completeness, and that of Yehuda, of whom Yerachmiel, the name Yerachmiel, was actually a great-grandson of Yehuda. And in that, along those lines, he had that ability to engage and work with the non-ideal and the imperfect nature of everyday reality, which is the hallmark of Malchus. I have a feeling that possibly in Shemayim there was a bit of a machlokes as to who the baby should be named after, being that my father, Avram Moshe, who will be coming up to his 7th yard site, our family obviously had him to be named after, and Zahava's family. My father-in-law, Yerachmiel Binyamin, he passed away within the year, and they both actually have one child named after each of them within their respective families. And I'm sure the Machlokas in Shemayim probably, knowing that each of them was not a man who sought kavod, or actually, was not interested in any sort of kavod or respect or any type of position. Each of them was probably saying to the other, "No, I want the baby to be named after you." And knowing my father's stubborn nature as a Cohen, it looks like he won. And then when I took a look in the Sfarim of Reb Tzadok, another Cohen, I noticed that the Shevet of Kislev, the month of Kislev, according to the Ari, he brings down, is associated with the Shevet of Binyamin. I would like to give a bracha to our son Yerachmiel Binyamin. That first of all, he should stop crying. that he followed in the footsteps of both of his Zaydis, that had distaste for kavod and for position, and that he incorporate both the ideal of Binyamin, that sense of purity and wholeness and innocence, with the ability that stems from Yehuda, the ability to deal with the imperfect, to work with everyday realities and the less than ideal nature of our everyday world. Mazel tov.
Good to see you. B'hatzlacha in your search for a place in Hebrew.
Good to see you.
Where? For my mother, for my father. Put it on that plate or something.
Really? Hurry up. Get out. If I come across it, may arrive.
Hi.
I'll send you the standard. How's it going? Are you happy? Good. Yeah. This one.
Catching on.
Without actually crossing my
I hope it's going to work. Oh, yeah, well, it's a fancy neighborhood. It makes sense.
No, we're the fancy.
Forget it. Forget it. Come this side.
Go.
There we go.
Wait 1 second and then things to make sense.
So Leia. I'll tell you the truth.
I got the skills.
Yeah. Pinch yourself. Go.
No, from Forest Hills.
Oh, you're from Forest Hills.
Joel, I think I'm just going to take mine to you.
Mazel tov from Yerachmiel Binyamin to the Ganze Mishpoche. It's a wonderful simcha. We're all very happy to be here. And he finally stopped crying a little, so even better. Mazel tov, Mitzvah Shem by everyone. Simcha story.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
You're cute. I don't know what to say. Mazel tov. I love you.
Can you spin it so we can see it? Can you spin it so we can see it? I don't think you do.